Makes his move. Pocket pass. It's denied by Sharp. Push up the floor by Playtech. Kick. The jumper goes.
A beautiful UCLA cut. Trice all alone there for that easy layup.
Dad Travis in attendance.
A Wednesday night game against Notre Dame. He did return last night against Virginia Tech and played 21 minutes for Carolina.
Look how far out North Carolina has to go just to get the ball and start offense, and they can only run basically 10 seconds of it.
R.J. Davis has had a couple of terrific games in the tournament for the Heels, and he may enter the game for the Seminoles now as Osborne sits down. Three-guard look for Carolina. Davis, Love, Playtech all in the game together. Help again.
Good job by Davis to come behind and present himself as Carolina has happened to run around. And great shot fake.
The shot won't go down for Cordell Pemsel, a grad transfer from Iowa. Wide open look on the wing. R.J. Davis for three. Jam it at home with a right. As Beatty, Mutz, and Radford have all gone to the bench, and this might just get them through the under-12 timeout. Get a little bit of rest through the timeout for some of your key guys. Davis for the Heels. Oh, nice at Virginia Tech. Got a mismatch here.
Well defended by Garrison Brooks to force that jumper. That was not an easy shot.
Boy, what a battle down low. Gassan giving up a lot of weight to Sharp. And now Mutz switches on to him. Davis for three. Yes.
The perimeter shots. R.J. Davis stepped in to do it.
Carolina, steal. Yeah, with a 4-point lead and a steal. Davis has a big guy with him. Never mind.
Lean. Did run that action several times. He got a shot out of it a little bit earlier. Two of them actually made one, missed the other.
The last 10 points for the Tar Heels have been scored by Armando Bacot after he was not really noticeable that often in the first half. He's been huge here in the second half. Deep one. Davis. Yes.
Really well done. He was 4 of 4 against Miami at 16 points in a win down at Coral Gables.
Got 10 on the season. 2 of them are tonight. Now he comes up with a loose ball. Finds Davis.
Keeping that ball alive. Another offensive rebound for North Carolina.
And another one. This is crazy. North Carolina's got 14 offensive rebounds. Notre Dame's got 4 defensive.
Of his last 10 games. It's a 2-3 zone, and North Carolina does a very good job of moving the big guys around, screening the zone, overloading it, and they always keep a big guy behind the zone.
Davis for three.
They average about 12 a game or so. Shot over 40% from three.
The beat goes on the steal and left on consecutive days. Every bit of rest you can get is a good thing. A.J. Smith is into the game now for Carolina, the son of Kenny the Jet Smith. Walker Miller with the ball, number 22. And also in is Ryan McAdoo, a redshirt junior who is the son. It is just astounding what has happened in the last
shots unless the ball's touched the paint.
You know, if you're a Carolina fan, you can watch them at times and say, you know what, their good is really good. They beat Louisville 99 to
Jesse Edwards doing a great job on the interior and putting Mark Doja back into his natural position in the zone.
R.J. Davis, nice move. Perrier wide open off the field from Dolajan.
And Sean, Kadari Richmond's asking for a sub to get out of the game, and he's played the entire second half.
Dorothy mentioned he was gimpy coming in. Coach Boeheim wasn't sure he'd play. And a nice bucket inside. And another long rebound comes back to Carolina. Davis, a deep three. Oh, what a bounce. It was
Mike Schmidt of ESPN join us in the second half to talk about where he stands. But he's not the only NBA prospect on this Seminoles roster.
Man, he's not the only NBA prospect on this floor. North Carolina has a number in itself, but right now they can't get any of them going when you consider North Carolina's 3 for 15 from the floor with 7 turnovers already, and I'm sure that doesn't
let it rip.
Oh, not at all. If I could sing, I wouldn't be either. I'd be singing on air.
It's all
I'd be glad I can't sing, Dougie Fresh.
It's all part of the gospel of Leonard Hamilton. Off the bounce, Carolina.
Baltimore. You're going over Baltimore,
Dunbar, yes.
Remember that Muggsy Bogues, Reggie Williams, Reggie Lewis, David Wingate. So remember that team.
You forget how old I am. Of course I remember.
Okay, all right. So you're saying
Davis for 3.
You got John with 2. You got Kane with 3. You got Elliott shooting for a 3 ball, and he couldn't get it. And the Tar Heels, as we head inside 6 minutes, down by 9 and with the ball. R.J. Davis.
Thinking of Kansas. Kansas has accepted their reality, which is we don't have the best basketball players on the floor. That means you got to do a lot of little things well, at times make it messy. There are a lot of teams in the country that haven't gotten comfortable with that. They haven't accepted that. North Carolina being one of them. You don't have the best player.
Marquette lead is back to double figures. R.J. Davis for 3. Who won some games as an assistant coach, certainly during his time on Mike Krzyzewski's staff at Duke, did not win in this building as a player. And this one's gonna feel good
because the defense does not want to lead the 3-point shooter. So you know, maybe Coach Greenberg knows a little bit about what he's talking about.
Well, had we just been talking about that?
No, I had. Don't give yourself that much credit.
I'm the one who said he changed the dynamic of the team. I teed you up and then Seth went.
Feeling like it was.
It was. And look in the mirror. Your gray hair will tell that quarter-century story.
No, this is called wisdom, Doug. This is called, at least that's what the Bible says. And who am I to argue with the good book?
This is true. But yes, it's been a long time for Duke, and we talked about it. You and I had their game last Saturday. As Davis now.
Out of them, both guys are exceptionally good range as far as shooters are concerned. Nice second. Wow. Basketball God smiling on the nose.
That, by the way, was our big Monday doubleheader coming up on Monday night. There's a nice floater.
You're right on top of Mr. Wishuze.
Well, sometimes we have stories to spiel. That was one I had right there.
Oh, that's a screen and roll. They missed him on the roll to the goal. Kistler was wide open.
Off the curve. As a basketball player, but as a father. And when you consider, you know, Kobe passed along with his daughter Gianna and 9 others on that helicopter. But he was taking his daughter to practice. Again, you know, that was his love. That's what he chose to do with his life's work after basketball. And again, you know, his legacy is not just about what he did on the court, but also as a family man.
15 and 7 for Garrison tonight. Davis on the drive, and maybe a timeout.
Was get Brian Stiff the ball. Everybody else ate second. Brian Stiff ate first. And so that was different for me, having to recognize that there was someone else that needed opportunities, you know, before I did. And again, that was a learning curve for me, but yet it helped me become a better basketball player. And
NC State, the freshman from Greensboro. He finds Funderburk. A little bit strong. Sharp picks the rebound away and hands it off to Davis. R.J. Davis behind the back, the pull-up.
No. Be the best shooter on this North Carolina team, and he knocks down the easy one.
Well, it certainly seemed like the first several weeks of this season, both Davis and Love were pressing and hunting for shots, which they don't seem to do that much anymore.
Well, R.J. Davis is a knockdown shooter. I mean,
and hitting the three. It's been execution early on by Wake. Dribble drives, getting to the lane, but then the defensive rebounding and technique really has been impressive.
It's a 7-0 Wake Forest run. Carolina's missed 10 of their last 11. Here's Harris trying to provide a spark. 5 seconds to shoot. R.J. Davis has to hurry. Pull up pop. He hits it.
Has been when they decided to pick up full, and they've been able to disrupt this Wake Forest offense.
The full court pressure forces it. R.J. Johnson tried to kick it out. R.J. Davis intercepted it. Up ahead to Leaky Black. Right back to Davis. Pull up pop. His short fouls his own shot. As I say it, watch out. That's his 7th made 3 of the night. He had come in shooting 4 of 24 from deep. Immediate answer.
13th career double-double. But he had 18 points against Texas, 17 against Iowa. And he's a really good player, but these guards are the ones that have to continue to improve for North Carolina to be as good as they can be.
Love has gone to the bench. This is R.J. Davis into the game, and he knocks down. He is now 44 for 47 from the free throw line on the season. The Seminoles on a 20-5 run, and they lead by 11.
And the issue
it looks like in the backcourt for Carolina, Jay, that Roy Williams, as Davis is left wide open and knocks down. Well, look at the big guys out on the perimeter. Koprivica dribbling out beyond the three-point line and eventually turned it over. And here comes Davis weaving his way through Longhorns. Their last time out. Just some great action today. Gonzaga plays tonight. Also Virginia Clemson at 6 o'clock and another big ACC matchup. Davis with a runner. They're open on the inbounds. Got it.
He just shot that behind. He had 3 guys along the free throw line. And he just shot behind a wall of Florida State teammates.
That's his 4th 3 of the game. The ankle's obviously something he can deal with. And he
to the glass on every possession. I mean, he's their leading rebounder. Also leads them in steals and top 10 in the ACC.
Davis.
Davis, Leaky Black, Kerwin Walton launches. And Black, the long rebound. Fresh 20 for the Heels, 7 to go in the first half.
And this is debilitating for a defense. Got to get right back down in position, try and guard for another 20 seconds.
And Davis.
Serve taking those consistently instead of forcing the tough ones beyond the arc.
Yep. 5-point lead for the Orange. You see Carolina's second half shooting numbers from behind the arc, where the Orange is now 4 for 8 after Girard dropped that one. R.J. Davis launches and hits. Now Carolina and a steal. Open floor for Davis.
Jawan Durham in comparison, trying to make plays for your teammates.
Garrison Brooks off the bench quickly here in the second half. The senior captain for the Tar Heels. They don't name official captains usually until the end of the season, but clearly he and Andrew Platek would be the co-captains.
Right. Stay negative. Be positive, stay negative. That's the way to go. As all the protocols and guidelines have to be followed to the letter by everyone involved. And so happy to be here alongside the Georgia Tech legend, Brian Oliver.
Carolina turns it over. Here's Beverly, a steal and 3. Nobody waits around on this night. Jump shot at the foul line. R.J. Carolina, first time in 3 games, driving score by Daniels. He's off to a red-hot start with 9 of their 13. Other end, and
it's big time. It's a big-time shot.
5th 3 of the year for Hayes. And that one was standing on US 1.
I mean, a talented young man. He got a vote for preseason freshman of the year in the conference. Big believer in his talent.
Scoop and right. 4 for Allen. 2 free throws. The lead, 15 for the Wolfpack, or 17 for the Wolfpack, I should say. Biggest lead of the first half. Quite a start for Kevin Keats' team. A couple misses in their last possession. They're still just below 60%. And what? Tar Heels have won the last 5, 9 of the last 10 in the series. NC State trying to win in this building for the first time in almost 8 years. Davis scores from in front.
The others
Boston floater over Baycott, boarded by Sharp. Leaky Black.
One big loads up, the other's at the top. And Ware does a nice job. Thinking he won't make that, Sharp won't make that deep three.
Love up top. 10 to shoot for the Heat. Feed into the post.
You got 2 on the glass now, too, if you get a good shot.
3 to shoot. Love gives it up. Davis late in the clock. Buries it.
They've had success drawing the defense and creating easy shots. And you're not going to make all your easy shots either, but the tough ones, you don't want them.
Davis inside, and there is a lead for the look-ahead pass. Fennell. Got to give a lot of credit to this North Carolina Central team. The game's not over with just under 4 minutes to go. They've hung around. They're down by 12. And if you knew what this team has been through just to get to this spot, you would be amazed. You almost wouldn't believe that it could actually be like that. Talking with Lavelle Moulton yesterday, I mean, our jaws were dropping with everything he said.
North Carolina, I don't think you can play this game straight up. You're going to have to trap and disrupt that offensive pattern that Iowa loves to run. We'll watch the defense evolve over the course of this game for Roy Williams. Trying to feed the post, Garrison Brooks. Across the way on the step, got a 3 for R.J. Davis. They're at 14 and 12 with 11:15 to go.
Yeah, the numbers aren't great. 5 out of 17 from the floor. Carolina making him work for everything. And if you're Iowa, when your best player is not your best player in a hard game and you've still got a chance to win, that's a good sign going for the second half. They go right back to the anchor. I called for it about 3 minutes ago. Just continue to pound it to 55 in gold and trust them.
Floater there for Davis, but on the left side.
He's got down low traffic strength, like win the collision at the rim strength. And he's got that as a true freshman.
That's a tough shot for R.J. Davis.
Players, your face, your eyes are at the outstretched reach and limits of these little guards who are always trying to run around underneath your legs and poke that ball away from you. That's why
he's got poked in the eye today.
I've worn him myself.
There's a 2 for R.J. Davis, freshman.
Morehouse. Built, they're from the Netherlands. And Built is the region where they're from, in the Netherlands. And then Moore is the word for rolling hills, which is what is
tournament in North Carolina as Ramey knocks down the jumper and makes it a 3-point game for Texas.
Well, the people who put this tournament on, spectacular. All reports. Kemper Lesnick, Tom Baldessari, Dave Odom, all the people who just risked everything to come down here and make it spectacular, as was that spectacular
recruiting class coming in next year as it stands right now.
Can they play this year?
I think so. I think so. Franz Wagner is bigger. Mo's brother, bigger, better.
Really?
Yeah,
Mo's brother. Champions of the human spirit. I stand with the Tar Heels. Black lives do matter.
North Carolina on a 7-0 run, and that
story become the referees.
Why don't they disagree? I think they are the story.
This young guy who just wants to play basketball, and they're out here putting him on the bench.
He just, I mean, everybody wants him to do well, and he just makes you feel like you're part of it. I mean, you're part of this family. I mean, it's all of that family. Y'all, you guys know that.
So 11 minutes in, Carolina scratching and clawing its way back against upstart UNLV. Running Rebels finished in a tie for second place last year in the Mountain West Conference. One of their best performances in over a decade is Brooks Carousen. And an open look for R.J. Davis. Count it.
My shave was right before I called North Carolina at their ACC opening round game. I was going to shave tomorrow. Tomorrow is December 1st, so it wouldn't be No Shave November. But then Bill,
I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and say, throw it down. Just because that's what Bill Walton says and does. Carolina in transition, so dangerous. There's Davis.
On the block, has nice touch around the rim. And, you know, one of the staples of North Carolina's offense is that high-low passing, and I think he will be very good at that, especially with guys like Baycott and Day'Ron Sharp on the block.
Three and a half to go. And a three.
After an 0 for 11 start, back-to-back baskets for the Cougars.
Got to imagine during that timeout, Coach Grant talked to his team about not settling for contested threes all the time.
All right. R.J. Davis, like a quarterback in football, reading the...
Get better each year.
Ty Lawson, Kendall Marshall, Marcus Page, all guys that started their freshman year. There's two freshmen linking up. Kerwin.
And right now, they just have them spread out. North Carolina, they're getting excellent dribble drives, and then they're forcing the bigs to come out on the perimeter.